Hello, and it looks like we are getting into game number 2, starting now on Wraith Trap with TPA versus Stage 3. Fight! And we are going into Wraith Trap, doing what we can, having a blast. As you can tell, I'm just having some fun. But yeah, so we're going in. Those of you that don't know, we're on the pick screen right now. That's right, and after game number 1, it is currently 1-0 in favor of TPA after a very dominant victory by them, which was done very well. And we see Meteor Goliath, what? Oh, the blue flames. Gonna be coming out, gonna be melting. Doing what he can to burn in faces, because melting faces is what he does. And, oh my god, we see the Sunny Val pick, we got Crow, we got Torvald, we got everyone gonna be coming in here, doing what they can. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm just super excited about Meteor Goliath being allowed in competitive. Just makes me happy. Just makes me super happy. It's like super happy. But yeah, so we got Val, Sunny, we got Crow, Torvald, same composition as last time, and we got to see, now we get to see Goliath from our buddy Pulse. Oh man, he's gonna be pulsating pain. He's gonna be creating waves and waves of pain for them. Because it's Meteor Goliath. I mean, that's what he does. He just comes from orbit, comes on down, just goes boom! Melts faces. Punches people, does what he does. Oh, I'm super stoked. It's gonna be super exciting. But those of you who don't know, Wraith Trap is kind of like a clover map, I guess you could say. It's kind of be described as a clover. Like a like a I don't know. What you call that? Like a 3-zoned, like, yeah, kind of cloverish. It's not a 4-leaf clover, like a 3-leaf clover. But basically there are 3 primary zones of this map. One is right here, one is right here, and one is right here. Another one, like this one's also another one, so I guess you could say it's 4-leaf. This area doesn't get touched that much. But we just see that he is going down directly to the south, kind of east, kind of south-southeast. And he's going to be doing what he can to get some food. We're going to be looking at him building a quicker evolve meter than last time, because there's more meat available at the start of this one. And also this feeding route is very, I don't know, has a large amount of food on it, let's just put it that way. And he just kind of goes through and goes, rah, melt faces. Oh my god, that's such a pretty skin. Like, I love this Meteor Goliath. It's just blue flames everywhere. It's just non-stop, and people need to stop posting those things in my chat. Got you. But yeah. Looking at it, and look at this evolve meter. In comparison to the last game, just to show a comparison where we're already at a completely different point in the game, we see him stealthing. He has almost a full evolve meter. He's like 1, maybe 2 meets away. I think he's only 1 meet away. Oh, he just got spotted by Gobi. So TPA is going to be right on his case. We see the charge shot already right there. Hits the building, though, not quite able to connect with Pulse because Pulse does double back. We're going to look at him just kind of play in the middle game right now. We see them just wrapping around this pillar, trying to get space, trying to see what they can get away with, but not able to get much. Stealthing back, sees that coming in. Here comes the first, here comes the second traversal, and there goes the third, and out goes the Goliath. However, boost from Sunny is in, which means the dome's getting thrown, and it does close off both exits, leaving them to fight at the Tyrant Pit. We see EAX right now is getting burned by that flame. He is at about half HP, going to get more and more damage. You can see Tranks come in. Leap Smash comes in for the long distance, but not able to do anything because that shield drone just protects him, and the flames are coming out. You see Pulse right now is on the run, just trying to fill up his evolve meter inside the dome. Maybe? No, just going to use the pillar. Yep, okay. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. There it is. There's the flames coming out. Here comes the combo. Not quite able. They're able to dodge it. Go airborne. Push it up. We see Roy is getting into a great position to shoot down with these mortars. Here they come, launching down. Unable to connect, though, because Pulse dodges to the side. Then goes back. This rabbit is bouncing everywhere, just protecting himself, dealing damage, shaking up this Hunter team as mortars are coming out, going to be forcing him to go across the other side. And we see EAX is dealing more damage. However, those shots did connect, bringing down a large chunk of his armor. On the run, melting faces with that flame. Oh man, just so much flame damage this time. He's just jumping around, doing what he can. The weak point is giving Roy a large amount of extra damage. However, he does survive the first dome, taking almost no health damage. The only health damage he took was from the charge shots of Crow. See, this charge, leap smash, fire breath build is coming into huge effect. Let's not show those. Let's go into the ability upgrades. We see 1 point in each, as he is just going to be using his leap smash and his charge for traversal because he wants his space against this highly aggressive composition. You need those mobility. You got your leap smash, you got your charge. Those each give you a great amount of distance, especially with the Meteor Goliath variation of Goliath. That leap smash distance is huge, as we see right there. Just huge. You see Dunk Master Flex going around. Here comes the Evolve, as we're going to see more of these points going into abilities. He'll be looking for a fight after this evolve meter is done. So we see that they are getting in position. They know where he is. There's a plant behind him, actually. He almost got stepped on it. That would have been really embarrassing, but he didn't, because he knows where they are, and he's good like that. 3-point rock throw coming in. We see him leaping around. Here he goes. We see him going right within distance of the trapper. We're going to see it getting thrown in just a moment. Here it goes. Dome's going to be thrown. Not quite, because he doesn't have a good position. So he held on to it. He knew that this would have had a loop, which wouldn't have been ideal, so he held on to it. Great call by EAX to hold on to that dome. See more of these charges coming out. We got 3-point rock throw, a little bit of armor. Pulse is trying to build up an armor meter so he doesn't have to worry about taking as much health damage. He will still have to worry about the charge shots from EAX, but with these tranks, though, he won't be able to get away. You see another charge shot getting him in the back because of that trank. Bugsy, man, look at this. Like, look at this distance right now. He's at 70 meters, and he's still landing those tranks. Anyone that's ever tried to shoot a trank knows that 70 meters, that's a hard trank. See, there you go. There's the shot getting rid of the plants. Why does no one like plants? You just gotta feed the plant. That's all, man. Is that seeds? I am seeds. Ta-da! Plant jokes. So we're going at this, and we see this pillar here. We see him getting on this. I like how he said earlier in this match, this area doesn't get used. And look what's happening. See, everything's changing. Rotations are changing. The way people are playing them is changing. We see EAX rocking it out, which that's actually consistent. So, see, here comes the Sunny Boost right into an EAX dome. As you see that, does he have a little bit of space here? Oh, it's just short. Although there is an area down there for the Hunters, so that's going to be nice for him. We see Rock getting picked up. Hunters coming in from Roy, going to be pushing into that corner. Shotgun's coming in. See a Trank is going to be on him right there, and yep, there it goes. We see EAX is going to be doing a stasis slow, and it's on him as well. We see more of these weak points coming in from the shrapnel grenade plus the Val, which means Rock's getting tossed backwards and lands right in the face of Roy. Can't even say it because it knocked the camera back somewhere. It hit him so hard it hit the spectators, okay? So we're looking at this, and bam! More of it coming on as he just launches around. Leaf Smash comes in, connects, and he just launches them right down. See Charge coming in, getting more and more damage from EAX, but this healing coming out of Bugsy, knocking him right around and healing them all. Bugsy doesn't care. He's got heals for days. See more of these missiles coming out, and there comes the mortar shot. Not quite able to connect him. See Pulse perfectly aiming to dodge that mortar shot so he doesn't take it to the face. See him leaping across, going by the shield drone. Does take it out, though, with a Leaf Smash and Traversal right outside the dome. Only loses about, I'd say, about a third of his health as he's going through. EAX is going to be on his tail. He's going to be able to get his space, get over to the helipad, which is just over here, and get some feeding underneath. So he's going to grab a quick armor right there. He's going to keep going right past the Nomad. Hopefully the Nomad doesn't chase him, which is what we're seeing right there. Hopefully the Nomad will turn around and go after the Hunter Team, giving Pulse his space. Or at least that's what Pulse wants. We're going to have to see what they do. And we're just going at this, and we're just seeing more space. Right now, if you look at the map, though, this is a great example of a perfect time for a 2-2 split. We see we have the Assault and the Medic on the southern portion blocking off his advance towards that southern section, hurting him towards the other side, which means that the support and the trap will be in a great spot to slow him down. However, he's not falling for it, and he pushes right past into them, but the support and the trap have already looped back. And he sees that, and he goes, okay, I'm going to go north then. But these great 2-2 splits coming out of TPA, and by 2-2, I mean they're going off in pairs. You see a rocket getting thrown backwards. Does hit Roy in the face, so he's going to have to deal with that. And we see that he's going to go backwards. Connects on Bugsy. Bugsy getting knocked down. See Flame Breath getting a Mortars coming in and just rocking in his face. Stealth Pants coming in on Roy. Does force him back. Shield getting popped by Roy as we see them hurting him towards the Nomad. The Nomad's going to slow down Roy and going to chase him down if he pokes it. So right now, yeah, they're just choosing to take out the Nomad. They know he's relying on that Nomad pressure, and the Nomad is right there on the low ground. Does fall, though, not quite able to get the perfect leap, but almost gets it. That Leaf Smash going to be forcing him onto the high ground. As you see that things are coming out, we got a 47. Everyone's got a good connection, although we get a little bit of rubber banding, but that happens every once in a while. We're going to keep going, though, keep pushing around. We have Meteor Goliath pushing along the southern section, pushing towards the southwest. Wait, did I refer to that as southeast earlier? Man, that's wrong. That's southwest. See more of these tranks coming in, and Bugsy is right on point with those as he's always getting them at 60 to 70 meters. Just always getting the trank. He just got another one at 80. Just non-stop tranks. Non-stop tranks, non-stop weak points. All the time. See 120 meters, 130 meters, trying to get everything again. But if we look right now at Fave, we have him boosting up EAX, trying to slow down that monster. Next boost will probably be on Bugsy, trying to get him ahead. Roy's going to be cutting into a 2-2 split. No, Roy got his boost finally. There we go. Roy's going to go say hello finally. as they are all hurting up. We're going to see them split right now and cut towards the north. And it looks like it's going to be a 3-1 split. Roy is going to be the man on his own. As we look at Pulse, he's now got almost full armor, and he knows that Roy is alone. So he's going to be turning around saying, hello, Roy. But Roy launches his mortars and says, nope. Maybe. He's debating on it. He's thinking about it. Which one is he going to go for? And yep, he decides to go on Roy. Bugsy is already rotating, getting ready to heal him. And we see that we do have the mortars going on. Hits the bridge, though, protecting Pulse. Pulse goes right underneath them, dodges them, makes sure he doesn't get hit with them. Because last thing you want us to lose, give him free damage, when all he has to do is just go under the bridge. Could use the troll of that bridge. So right now we see that they are in a great position. Right now, Pulse is in a corner, so he's probably going to get domed here. It just comes down to how the dome is thrown. EAX is in a great spot to make sure that he gets the dome, but he wants to try and make sure that he doesn't get any loops. So if we look at EAX, because right now they're just going to be teeter-tottering back that way. We look here, we see 2 loops here. We got a wall over here, and we got another one there. So EAX is going to try and boost off to the side, just like we're seeing right now, and here comes the dome. Bam. And now they got a full fight in the Tyrant Pit with no loops. With the only loop right there is right here, and that's a pretty small loop, all things considered. We look at Pulse. He's just going to stay in the back corner, pick up a rock, throw it up, trying to see what he can get for free. Doesn't quite get anything, though, as it does connect with something way up in the top of the terrain. See him dropping down, just trying to buy time. Domes are all about time. Here comes the Leap Smash, knocking back Roy. As we're going to see another, here comes the charge. And going up and traversing on the side. Just trying to buy time. Pulse is dictating this tempo of this game by just mitigating domes, trying to buy time till stage 3. We see that right now this fight is still ongoing. We see more of these traversals coming out. As soon as the mortars are fired, he burns his traversal to make sure he's not getting smacked by him. Rock gets picked up, and it does connect on Roy. Roy going to be eating that right in the face, almost down. Shield Drone going to be stopping him from the extra burn damage coming afterwards, but he's just doing what he can. Protect himself as he's just going around buildings, doing everything he can to protect himself from those charged shots. He doesn't have much HP left. Oh, he's going to be leaving this dome now. He wants nothing to do with it. Heading towards the south, going to be cutting towards the east, just trying to get space, and he's going to be looking for a stage 3 evolve after he's got it, which is this is a complete change up from what we saw last game on Distillery, where he was unable to get any space stage 1. He's got his space, and he knows the dome's on cooldown, so that's why you're going to see him evolve right now. See, Roy right now is in a great spot. He's at 50 meters. Should be able to get at least one mortar. He is highlighted, so he's going to be able to see them. And here comes the shot. Doesn't connect, though. And, oh, there goes a little bit of mortar fire. Going to be connecting. We got 2-point Leaf Smash, 2-point Fire Breath, 2-point Charge, and 3-point into Rock Throw. As he's going to be traversing around. He's at half HP, just trying to get as much space as he can. More of these tranks getting launched from Bugsy, just non-stop from this man. He's at 140 meters. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Honey Badger don't care. Bugsy don't care. Everyone is just looking forward to it. Well, not Pulse. Pulse isn't enjoying those tranks. Any monster player would hate those tranks. So Bugsy, you are the enemy of all monster players. Just putting that out there. I don't know if you know this, but monster players don't like you because you trank them. You tell them to slow down. You need to keep it up and do that for the hunters. Maybe you should start tranking your teammates. There you go. Help the monster out a little bit. Little monster love. A little bit of monster love. That's all we ask, Bugsy. Nah, I'm just kidding. So we look at Pulse. Pulse is still feeding along, just kind of doing what he does. But it does look like that TPA has decided to set up in lieu of chasing him. Because they know that if they chase him, they won't be on the fully aggressive position. They won't be able to dictate the fight as well as they can if they just set up a defensive position on the power relay, because that way it'll force Pulse to come to them. EAX also has the ability to shoot through armor, so it's not really that huge of a concern that he's going to have full armor. Yes, it plays a factor, but at the same time, it's not as huge of a factor as it is at stage 1 and 2 having that armor. Or in vice versa, having, Crow not be around for the stage 3 fight, allowing them to get armor is a lot scarier when you don't have control over it. Right now, in this case, they have full control of it. They're able to constantly shoot through it. They don't care. They're just like, hey, you want to get armor? That's fine. We'll just set up over here. But Pulse is like, I don't care. You guys can sit over there. I'm just going to take this relay. Oh, there comes the mortar, taking off 1 bar of armor already. See a charge shot coming in. Doesn't quite connect. Going up just over his head. We see Tranks coming in, slowing him down. They know exactly where he is. We see more of these shrapnels getting tossed. Rock Throw getting picked up. Going straight up in the air. Going to be looking for a connection. I don't think it's going to, though. We're going to see what happens when it comes down. Here comes the Flame, and Leaf Smash going to be getting rid of that shield drone. Going to be looking for a fight over this Tyrant Pit. They really love this Tyrant Pit. Sunny right now being chased around by the monster. Here comes the Rock. Does connect on Sunny. Bugsy going to be healing him up immediately. Shield drone protecting him as much as he can. Charge coming through. Going to be looking at a half HP. And we got Fave right now getting healed up by Bugsy immediately. EAX is doing what he can to slow him down and shoot through that armor. Stasis is coming out. Tranks are coming out. Everything's getting fired. Mortars are being launched. Bugsy's doing everything humanly possible to do everything except dodge that because he just ate that to the face. And Bugsy's so low. Down goes Bugsy! Oh my god, the burn in the air, and here comes Pulse looking for the cleanup. Unable, looks like he's trying to get a rock skinny thrown backwards. Couldn't get the leap smash going for the rest of the three. Here comes the Mortars looking for Roy, unable to get it as he are going into game number 3 with a 2-0 lead in favor of TPA. One sec, guys. I gotta breathe. Oh my god. Can't breathe. Too excited. But we look at the stage, we look at the health. We look at Pulse's health just going flatline at certain points. And then after that, it just completely, just got a little bump, and then it flatlined. Just stayed there. Coasted, got a space, and did everything he needed to do. Tried to do everything he could do. Just TPA's ability to protect themselves was just too much. Bugsy, like, look at these healths. Damage healed. Damage healed. Damage healed. Damage healed. Damage shield. Like, it's just constantly being healed up. Bugsy on point with those tranks. On point with those heals. Med gun, heal burst, everything perfectly timed in sequence. We look at Roy constantly flushing Pulse out of his little corners. We look at EAX constantly with the health damage. You see the little chips. They were occurring throughout the entire time you look back. It's just like little dips every once in a while. Get those charge shots. We see the stasis was being used during the team fights perfectly. It was just very well played by TPA. They were in full control, and they demonstrated that. And Pulse did everything he could. It's just TPA problems. Potato aim, not so much. Oh, man. But, alas, this is where we do a quick fade in, fade out. I need to breathe for a second, so it's probably a good idea. So we'll see you guys in a minute. We'll do a little post-game chat. I'll get a little bit more detail on what's going on. But, oh, man, it was a great game. GG's, well played. That brings it 2-0 in favor of TPA on this side, which I'm going to wait for confirmation on what happened on the other side, but we'll have that for you in just a moment. For those of you watching the VODs, it'll be in the comments. So have a great time. We'll be back in just a minute.